Hi there, Carol Ann. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm really delighted to have you here with me so that we
Hi
can
there.
chat about Retreat at Home.
Okay.
So, you've actually done both of our retreats at home. You've done both the signature and the express retreats. Can you tell
Yeah.
me to begin with just why you wanted to join the Retreat at Home?
Okay. Well, obviously, right now with the lockdown, that was certainly, I had been looking at retreats generally, and I felt that I wanted to do so. I wanted to make a change. I was at a point where I really needed to change, both in terms of weight loss, attitude, not just on a weight loss program, but, more than that. And when I saw your programs, and certainly the Express retreat, I felt this was something that I could get to kickstart me to make those changes.
Mm-hmm.
Not hundreds of changes, but maybe some small changes that might, give me the momentum to keep going. And looking at your program, it just felt it was the one that I wanted to do. But I did research quite a few.
Cool. And how long ago was it that you did the Express?
I think it was, was it early April? So I started in early April, literally when I was just looking to stop working as much as I did, because a lot of the time, and this was the ideal time to start, and your program was starting at a point where it just really, everything slotted into place, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. And so, not to put words in your mouth, but you seem to enjoy the Express retreat because you then booked to come on the signature a couple of weeks later.
That's right,
I did. Thinking about that?
Well, the Express gave me that kickstart, as I said, and it gave me the hints into the possible, what could be possible. And when you described the 7-dayer, I felt that I wanted to keep the momentum going after the Express. I really got a lot from it. And so when I saw the 7-day coming up, I thought, well, this is even better, because I know that you were going to offer more within that, certainly purely because of the duration. But I felt that I could get more from it. I could learn more. Certainly you and Julie have got so much to offer by way of, even it's just small hints and tips. But that was one of the reasons why I wanted to keep going. And certainly what it did do was I kept going throughout the period. So when I finished the Express, I didn't actually finish. I kept going. Mm-hmm. And then when the 7-day signature program started, it was easier than maybe you were starting from day one. But certainly it was really, I thoroughly enjoyed it in terms of keeping going.
So you kept going, the momentum.
I did, yeah.
And so you had a fabulous result, didn't you, between starting the Express and then finishing the signature? Can you share a little bit about what your
Sure. Yeah, well, on the Express, the 3-dayer, I lost 2.5 pounds and 2 inches, chest and tummy, which 2.5 pounds in just under 3 days. That seemed, and it was the really, I felt I was eating more than I'd normally eaten before, so, but then keeping going, I think it was about 4 weeks in between the two programs, but I've lost over a stone now, over 14 pounds. And that is doing, following your plan, following the behaviours behind it, the bite-sized behavioural sessions that you run, helping people understand why they eat, what they eat, when, how, all of that was so important, and it really helped me start that self-care that you talked about, and that was really important. I wanted to change the madness of the way I would eat, so.
And so what do you think have been your takeaways then from the retreat? Because one of the things I think I say, or I try to say a lot, is it's not about what you lose, it's about what you gain. Which seems counterproductive for a weight loss retreat, but I really do feel that. So did you have any takeaways from both of the retreats?
Well, if you think maybe about a normal retreat where you go and you stay with a group of people for, say, a week, 5 days or whatever, and this was obviously going to be slightly different, but it was at home. But the key takeaway for me for any program like this is that you join in. There's so many programs out there where you pay your money. If you do your exercise, who cares? Or if you do a recipe, who cares? The difference with this program is that you're there every step of the way, you and Julie, from an exercise or behaviour or recipes, meal plans. So you feel you're on retreat, if that makes sense. It's the nearest thing you're going to get to a retreat. And the takeaways for me, though, are about the collaboration of the group. So the group that you're with in that week, and really joining in and commit. You know, yes, it may be cheaper than going on a retreat, but it's still, you know, you want to get value. And I got lots of value. The content, you know, I was looking at the website, your Facebook page for that week. And if you look at the content that's on there, both from yourselves and also from the group, it's just, there's tons of it, you know. And so that to me is, it was just, yeah. So my takeaways are very much around joining in, turning up, just making that commitment each day. And it sets you up really well, you know, to want, you know, it creates that motivation, the self-motivation.
I would absolutely agree. I think that thing you say about collaborating and actually joining in, you know, to come on a retreat, to join in a retreat at home isn't the same investment as coming to join a residential retreat, but it still is an investment of both money and time.
Absolutely.
And I think if you're serious about making changes, then it doesn't just happen by clicking, you know, buy now button. And I think as well, we had some lovely chats through the week as well, some of the Zoom calls. And like you say as well, it was not only learning from, you know, myself, Julie, and the other team members, but also the conversations that we would have together.
Absolutely.
Were really stimulating for everybody, I think. And I enjoyed being a part of those too, which was great.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And, you know, hopefully you'll do more, and, you know, eventually we'll get on our own retreats if we can. You know, I'd love to join one of your retreats, because, and it is, people buy from people, you know, and you and Julie do have a way of putting it out there that makes you want to do it. So I think that really helps. It's, you know, I'm really pleased with the results. I really am. So.
And how do you feel now about moving forward and taking, you know, kind of keeping this momentum going? Do you feel daunted? Do you feel ready? Does it feel natural? What does it feel like for you as you look forward now?
Yeah, I've struggled most of my life, you know, being on diets, and, you know, this doesn't feel like dieting. It's like, it is a plan for life, and I don't want to sound cliched, but, you know, already I'm looking at my plan for my evening meal, and it's one of the recipes, you know, and I know that I'm eating healthily, and you talk about 80-20, and yes, 80-20, but I'm taking most of it with me, if I'm totally honest. You know, I've downloaded the videos, and, you know, the behavioural piece is, you know, it's between the ears for me. You know, it's very much about, you know, not just putting it in my mouth, it's why am I doing it, and that's really, so I'm excited, actually. I want to get to a place where it's just almost inherent, it's there.
Feels natural.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Well, Caroline, thank you so much for coming to join us on both of the retreats at home. It really was a pleasure to have you with us on both of those. You did make a real contribution.
Thank you. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
And hopefully we'll see you on retreat sometime as well.
Yes, hopefully soon. Thank you.
Take care for now.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.